Boker Tov, good morning. Continuing with a 3-minute daily dose of Torah. Yesterday we began discussing the nature of Mishpatim, of the statutes and laws that are the civil code that's presented in the Parsha this week. I want to share with you really the important framing that Dr. Aaron Kirschenbaum, who's a very fine scholar and author of many books, including Equity in Jewish Law, something that I took away from reading his book many years ago, and that is this: that it's without doubt, as we said yesterday, that we have before us a civil code which we are told is a religious code at the same time. But for us to recognize in all of that what we have before us is a religious legal system that's based on duties and not on rights. If you look carefully at what you have here in the parasha, anywhere from the rules of returning a lost item to the way in which you assist someone with their overburdened donkey, or all the rules of shomrim, of guardianship and being put in charge of somebody else's items, the message that's conveyed once and again is that we're not so interested in what my rights are, what I demand of you to make restitution to me, but rather looking in the other direction, what the duty is of the other individual to you. It's not framed in I have these rights, but rather what one person owes another, the obligations that we have to one another. That's how you create a civil society, not by setting up a code of punishments and strictures that are there, but rather to try to convey to one another that you know what, you have responsibilities to make sure that there aren't hazards created in the public thoroughfare. The rule of bore, or that if you own an animal, you have to make sure that it doesn't run around rampaging and causing damage. Not merely causing, okay, what's it going to cost you, or what the other person has the right to demand of you when damage is done, but what it means to be part of a collective. It means that my job, my obligation, your job towards me is that I'm there to help protect you from harm and to provide assistance when you need it. That is the type of a society that we seek to create. Dr. Kirschenbaum points out that we go out of our way to teach nizikin to our children. These rules of damages to children. It's the earliest thing that we teach to our kids, not because it's going to help them, sort of with their reasoning skills, but to inculcate within them that sense of responsibility, so that we don't have to have a catechism, as he says, indoctrination or totalitarian brainwashing about what we should do for another, but we try to build in from the get-go, from the start, the sense that to be part of a society is to know that I am obligated to you and that you are obligated to me. This is something we desperately need right now in this country and in our world, and may we live it every day that we can. Have a great day.